Greetings, everyone. Welcome to the 180th segment of Be Inspired with Buzopat Life Changing Reality Tonic. I am still your host, Honorable Ambassador Buzopat of Seaway, and I'm always happy to share my 2 cents, especially on life challenging issues. That's what we do here. And I know that this our life is deep, and deeper things are happening. But there is always a way out of every situation. We cannot know it all. And so when we do all these things, open your heart, open your ears, open your mind, so that whatever it is, you look out for one word that could suit you. Just run with that one word. That's what I pray every day I sit on here. Okay? And if you are coming across my video for the first time, kindly subscribe. Yes. Like, share, and drop your comments, and again click on the notification button so that you will know when next my video goes, because this is a platform where we embrace the truth that leads to our freedom. Honestly, today I will be talking on the topic broken child, damaged adult. When you take a look all over the world, what is going on is scary. A lot is going on. So many things are happening, especially in this their country, and then you will marvel at the level of wickedness, heartlessness, extreme vindictiveness. And what else do I need to use to qualify it? Death conscience, no feelings for humanity, and absolute no fear of God. Abusive husbands, abusive wives, everywhere, siblings that have cement souls, everywhere, communities with stone minds, everywhere. And you will be forced to ask one question, like I've asked a million times: how did we get here? How? And I'm going to do a little breakdown, okay? And I'll call it food for thought, like always. Home assignments. That parents, churches, people in leadership, people in correctional centers, honestly, it's going to be like an eye-opener for them. Why am I saying this? Why am I doing this? Why am I here? Because if he affects one, he affects all. I hope you don't mind my cracked voice. I'm actually recovering from excess cries of my mom, who we just let to rest. And may her gentle and angelic soul continue to rest in peace. It is what it is, like I always say. So, I have come here that I may talk with us about things we neglect that has become a big problem. I've said this countless times before. Some parents, people's sons and daughters are what has made up this society that we dread right now. They were given birth to. They didn't fall from the sky. It simply means that someone has raised a bad son, a bad daughter. Someone has raised children wrongly. And that is what we're suffering from right now. These demonic situations and developments, it started from we overlooking the things we're supposed to take very serious. Like you notice a child pouring sand in a food because his or her plate is empty. Maybe he or she finished the food first, and he looked at the neighbors or the sisters or brothers on, and they still have food, and they get so angry and carry sand and pour, and you smile and say, we do it. We do it. Your child will lift his or her little hand and slap you when he or she is not getting their way. And you turn around and say, you're beating mommy, You're beating mommy, What? When your child becomes a terror to other children in the neighborhood, you call that child a no-nonsense child. Don't dare. He's a no-nonsense child. And we're happy. Your child hits people with any weapon or object without thinking twice, without even pausing. And you smile and call the child child, action daughter, action son, and you're happy. You expose your child to all manner of violence, including beating your spouse and other people before them, and you make excuses when they do the same everywhere they go, and you're happy. They're doing what you do. It's okay. You tell your children to develop minds, because crying is weakness and forgiveness is stupidity. That they should toughen up. They should know how to do things and get away with it without blinking an eye, because they need to have mind. Men must be brave. There's no woman now. What a man can do, a woman can do better and more, and you're happy. You're parenting. Okay? You encourage your children to steal from neighbors, steal from marketplace, from any other place you can think about. You don't care if whatever they bring home, how it comes about. You encourage them and you fan their ego and you love them for looking out for the family, irrespective of what they are doing. From 10 years, 11, you don't care. You're happy that they are bringing something and they're doing what their mommy cannot do. They're doing what their father cannot do. That's an absolute. You brag about the things they do and you don't correct, because you are who you are, and we clap. You provide everything for your children without even introducing, adversity quotient, without creating scarcity in any form, because they cannot be like they can't go through what you went through. You suffered for them. They can't lack anything. I've got it. I've suffered. I've made it. So I must give them everything. And then they grow knowing that they can have whatever they want. They can get whatever they want. And there's no stopping. There's no correction. And we're happy. You encourage your children to lie for you, to deny everything. And when they are caught, or when something happens and are going to be exposed, you come out, you shout, you defend the child. Meanwhile, your son or daughter is actually lying. That what they are being accused of, that they've done it. But what do you do as a mother, as a father? You come out, you defend them, and you take them, pat them at the back, and tell them, yes, my daddy's son, my mommy's son, and they're happy. You teach them to do any kind of thing. And you call them, you're uncheckable. See the way you didn't blink an eye when all the things that I say. Wow, and you're happy. You're happy. And you're raising them like that. They are lazy, chronically lazy. You say, leave them. Leave them. Do it for them now. Do it for him. Do it for her. And you expect they grow up and do something for themselves. In this society that is crazy, you expect that they grow up and then fight for themselves. In this society, you grow up and expect them, to grow up and do those things and work for somebody or work for themselves. He or she now is grown, and are now grown adults without conscience in the society, who does what they want and who does no wrong, and who must have his or her way, and who must destroy whatever is standing on their way of getting whatever they want. And that's how we are. That's where we are. They're full adults in a society that is out of control, that will get whatever, that fears nothing, that cares about nothing. It started from somewhere. They no longer care about life. Blood is nothing, it's like red oil before them. They are used to it. They started early. They were stabbing and going. And it was nice, tough, action children, no nonsense children. And here we are today. Nothing could stop them anymore. Imagine them as armed robbers. Imagine them as kidnappers. Imagine them as ritualists. Imagine them even as bosses in the offices. Terrorists, terrors everywhere. Dropping tears and sorrows wherever they go. Because they are used to it. Nobody corrected them. Nobody beat them when they are supposed to be beaten. Nobody shut them up when they are supposed to be shut up. When nobody actually bothered. Nobody. And they are who they are right now. Societies are in turmoil. Everywhere is catching. It's red everywhere. In and out is red. In and out is red. And you know the funny thing, the irony of life is that they don't even spare their parents. They don't spare their neighbors. They don't spare anybody. They don't spare friendship. They have no human conscience. They have no feeling. They have nothing. They live sorrows and tears, like I said. Imagine them. Imagine meeting them in the night. Imagine meeting them where? Imagine saying the truth where they know that they are out to deceive and steal. Would they spare you? No, they won't. These are the ones you meet in communities. And before you say Jack, they're dropping pins on people. They are macheting without looking back. These are the people who kidnap and take ransom and still kill the victims. Because their souls have been cemented from childhood. When we're supposed to stop them, we clap for them. A lot has gone wrong. A lot has gone wrong. But then today, there are still people to be saved. Especially on young mothers. See the mistake the old parents have made. Their country, the society is in a mess. Start correcting that mistake right now. Put your feet down because the internet is not helping. Even with all the good preachings you do, when they enter into internet, they learn a lot. So you have to intensify your actions. Everywhere is red, like I said. It's red. Everybody is running helter-skelter. Some communities are out. They're packed out. The graves of their great-grandfathers are forgotten. They can't even get back to their villages again because these generations are on havoc. They're wreaking havoc everywhere they go. So many people have not been to their villages in a very long while because, bandits. Who are the bandits? Children from parents. Who are the terrorists? Who are the massacring? Who are the boys in the vehicle that are marked? Who are those on black headgear or face cover up? Who are those? They were given birth to and celebrated the day they were born. Heaven smiled the day they were born. But we left them to become a no-nonsense child that has become a no-nonsense adult. Society enabled what is going on. Parents enabled what is going on. But we need to turn around. One thing is certain. Do everything you can. Do everything you can to correct a broken child because a damaged adult is beyond repair. There's nothing you can do. All these things are because someone raised children wrongly. There's nothing anyone can do about the damaged adults because they are damaged. But who said, when you spare the rod, you will spoil a child? And yet we decided to spare rods and spoil the children. That's what we do. That's what is everywhere. People are scared. It is better to do everything within your power. Everything within your power to correct a child. Because a damaged adult, like I said, is beyond repair except God intervenes. Except God intervenes. Let us spend more time in preparing our children to become an asset in the society and not to become a useless dustbin that the world will regret. There are so many children that you will see, grown adults, being captured here and there, and you wonder, you pity the womb that carried that person. You wonder who raised this person, who raised the beast. Their eyes are shining without seeing anything. They don't see human being. Everybody has become animals in the eyes of these grown, damaged adults. But they were raised wrongly by someone. And it's better we continue and start and decide to do what we can in a very right way. An irresponsible child will definitely become an abusive husband, an abusive wife, an inconsiderate sibling, and a terror, a bad leader. What it is, name that bad thing. An irresponsible child will become that thing as a grown adult. That is for sure. So parents, don't die before your time. A lot of parents are developing high BPs. They're having cardiac arrest as a result of the behaviors of their children that they neglected to raise well, and they paid with their life because they can no longer be talked to. They are beyond repair. So try to bend that iron in a child than try to do anything. There are husbands you can't correct because they grew like that. There are wives you cannot talk to because they grew like that. There are leaders you cannot talk to because they grew like that. There are even church leaders, church pastors. Even if the broken child, a damaged adult becomes a pastor, it will be a horrible one. If you go to that church, you will see one that's going on. Why are they killing in the church? Why are there so much wickedness in the church? Why are there so much vile, so much poisoning, so much, jealousy and envy? Because a broken child that has become a damaged adult isn't there. They always go and leave their trails wherever they go to. What am I saying? Let's try and do what we can. Because if you don't start from home, it can never be right anyway. Because whoever you see on the street came from a home. The damage from a home is what has filtered into the society. Because the young men and women you see in the society belongs to home. So what am I saying? Home assignments, food for thought, lessons in the church. Pastors have left the word of God. It's money, money, money. And I've not seen where they say that a pastor will carry a church, a religious person will carry a church to heaven. No. But we've left what is needed to speak to the conscious mind of our congregation, to tell them to fear God, to make them to understand that is one life, one death. And no matter what happens, we will leave this journey and end this somewhere. We don't tell them that. We don't tell them to take a sober reflection and think about their life, where they're going to go if the call comes. We don't let them know that you can pass this road now and the second person coming on this road will be the last the person will breathe on earth. We don't let them know, but rather we want them to pay tithe, sponsor, do this. Every time there's always a project a church is doing. And what do they care about? Who sponsors that project? For what they can get. And nobody has died and operates their bank account. What am I saying? To be forewarned is to be forewarned. If we turn around today, we may save the ones coming, because it's red, like I said, and it's red everywhere. Now, this is my message for us today. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Be Inspired with Buzopat, if you've not. And if you have, you people are already my family and my community. Okay, follow me at Instagram, Be Inspired with Ambassador.Buzo. Follow me at Facebook, Be Inspired with Buzopat. And then Moment of Truth with Buzo. Follow me at TikTok, Be Inspired with Buzopat. Most times me that is saying, I'm not everywhere. But then DM me as usual, because most of the questions I get after each segment, my dear, I try to answer them, and then for those who I need to do elaboration on, I bring it here to do an in-depth analysis, after doing an in-depth analysis on them, so that we could actually reach wider people What is happening here is happening here. You may not know it, may not see it, but what you know is just nothing, little compared to what's going on in the world, because you cannot know what is happening in a country you have not been to, and you cannot know what is happening in a village you have not been to. Crazy things are going on in the world, but we will be better. We will, and we'll be fine if we do the right thing. Thank you, and God bless you. See you next week again when we'll party together and yes, match together. Remember, I am still Honorable Ambassador Buzopat. Love you all. Bye.